All right, Big Man, welcome to the Dave Portnoy Show with Eddie and Company, presented by TRADEZERO. Dave, you love TRADEZERO.
Yeah. Is it all right where I'm sitting? I'm like not centered at all?
Yeah, he's using
okay.
that camera.
Yeah, and Eddie, I all I do is get work lately in the stock market. So no offense to TRADEZERO, I haven't even checked it in a couple hours because I'm afraid I was down like 130 grand last time I checked it. My stock's getting smushed, but at least I know when I log on they won't crash. And it is a very good account to trade, and they got a certain reward thing. Enjoy rewards with @TRADEZERO US. They're giving away 9 pairs of Yankee tickets in the TRADEZERO Traders Suite at Yankee Stadium for the upcoming Twins game at Yankee Stadium on Wednesday, August 18th, including all you can eat and drink. Retweet and follow @TradeUS to win the tickets. Terms and conditions apply. Winners will be announced on August 13th. Plus, don't forget all new funded accounts get 3 months free of TradeZero's flagship pro platform, Zero Pro. Initial account minimum $2,500. Don't just trade TRADEZERO. I guess I'll log in and see if I've had a comeback today. I bet I'm down over 200. It seems like it's how it goes every fucking day. Oh no, a little bit of a comeback, down 70. Okay, Penn's down 3%. Damn,
Not good.
not good. That's why I don't like to look right before the show.
There you go, though. I mean, you're having problems with the stream, with the you were hearing yourself. At least the TRADEZERO works for you.
Yeah.
All right, so we took last week off. A lot of shit kind of happened. We're going to have a cycle of guests here. I think we're kicking it off with Dana Beers. You called him out. Big wedding controversy. Didn't go to Marina's wedding.
I haven't talked to him since this. So should we just get him in here and then I'll explain my interpretation of events in front of him?
Yeah, let's do that. On a scale from 1 to 10, how mad are you at him?
Mad's not the right word, I guess. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Like what I said, if the chain of events went down the way that the chain of events went down, it's an unbelievable scumbag move. But I haven't heard his side of it or anything about it, so we'll find out. But there hasn't been. I haven't talked to him since I tweeted. So here he is. Well, let him get the headphones on. And I'll start. Some people may not like this. I think I like Dana. Like, I've been, like, generally, like, a high opinion. Like, he's a good dude. So, all right. Wedding. Marina's wedding was Sunday, postponed in Connecticut. And we're there. And wasn't... I didn't bring up Dana. I wasn't like, where's Dana or anything like that. But we're talking about because there's a lot of Barstool people there, a ton. And Marina came to our table and started just talking. And she sort of was like, yeah, the only person I'm kind of sad that isn't here is Dana. And I didn't know the relationship with Dana and Marina at all, really. But she's like, he's one of my better. She actually said Dana and Marty. She's like, Dana's one of my better friends in the office. And he never told me in person why he couldn't make. He basically wrote, I think, on the website and told Jordan Berry, who's awesome and very friendly with Marina, to tell Marina that he had his second vaccine appointment was the reason he couldn't make the wedding.
That's not it.
That was, and we'll get to his, where'd you go? We'll get to whether it's true. That's the worst excuse I've ever heard for anything, ever. And then it also, I forget who said it at the table, but somebody was like, yeah, it must have been on Barstool vs. America that Dana asked Marty, like, are people really going to this wedding?
Say that.
So
I don't know where people are getting this shit.
So Marina was the one who said the vaccine.
No, okay. Given I'm a fucking idiot, as you know. Like, I'm not a smart person.
And then obviously he's in Milwaukee doing.
Okay, but that's completely separate. Okay.
It's the same day.
I RSVP'd weeks ago.
Yeah, probably, I never said you said yes.
Yes, so I didn't tell her directly because honestly, I texted this to her. I was worried that she was going to be like, just really mad at me that I couldn't go and very disappointed. Are
you really good friends with her?
Yeah, we've kind of. She said it herself. We've kind of grown apart a little bit the last couple months just because it's on my own volition. Like, I'm just an idiot and I haven't really checked in with her or asked much about the wedding or asked about her and Rob much. So that's completely on me. Like, that's not a good move by me at all. So I accept that. I'm putting it on myself. But I RSVP'd no. I said no on the website. I didn't text her, which is, again, another mistake, but that's just a bad error by me. But I did say no. So the Bucks thing is completely separate. That's not, and the vaccine thing is also not true. Like, I said that to JB, but it was like, I have plans with my family. Maybe I can use this vaccine as an excuse.
JB?
Jordan.
Okay.
I said, maybe I can use this vaccine as an excuse, like, so she's not mad at me.
So you did say it.
Yeah, but that's not my real reason. That was never my
Right.
real reason. I didn't, like, that was
What
not,
was your
that's a
real
bullshit.
reason?
I had to go home to hang out with my family. Like, I haven't seen my family in months, which is, I know it sounds kind of like not like a real thing.
But then you were in Milwaukee.
I got a text on Friday night, this past Friday, from Bakhtiari saying, come to the Bucks game. I'm like, dude, I'm talking to my parents, like, do you still want me to, like, be involved in these plans? No, go to the fucking game. And then I'm an overthinker. I'm like, dude, if I don't go to this game, like, Dave's going to fucking kill me. Like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to kind of put Barstool on the screen, put, us on the screen. And so it's like...
Eddie, this isn't good.
What?
This isn't
It's the truth. It's not, like, the Bucks thing is completely separate.
Well,
I RSVP no matter what.
Yeah, but you didn't go. There's not, like, 1 ounce of me that thinks you went to the Bucks game because, like, I would kill you if you said, no, you love doing that.
No, but I was already not committed to the wedding. So
Because you had to be with your family.
I know, and then
But then you flew to Milwaukee.
I understand, but like my family wanted me to go, so I was like, it sucked.
They didn't want
I was
you to
going
go to
down
one of your
see my
friends at
brother's
the
new
wedding?
fucking house, and like I'm not just
I don't know your parents, but I would assume any parents who are like normally thinking like, hey, one of my good friends at the office is getting married, like, yeah, you should go to that before you're going to like the Bucks game
But
to
I
pound
had
beers.
already committed to her. I already had committed
Because-
on her
yeah,
saying no,
because-
like weeks ago, well before Friday.
Because you had to be with your parents.
I understand, and
But then you
I'm
went to the
telling you the
Bucks.
story. That's the story of.
All right, so so everything I've said, you come across as an incredible scumbag.
But you know I'm not a scumbag.
No, I don't.
I'm just, Dave, like anybody that knows me knows that anything I do, Big Cat will fucking vouch for me. He'll say, like, I'm just not a smart person. I don't think shit through.
But that's not
it's not
smart.
I'm not a scumbag.
But that's not
the,
smart.
The part that I'm just like can't agree with. I'm not a
But
bad
but
person.
you,
I'm not a dick.
everything you just described was pure scumbag behavior.
That is not scumbag behavior. I had told Marina I couldn't go.
Why?
What do you mean?
Like, why? Why couldn't you go?
I told you because I had a commitment with my family that weekend.
But it clearly isn't that big of a
I
commitment.
understand, and that's like, I don't know what I'm going to say. Like, I'm in the
You got
wrong.
you got to own it.
I own it. Yes, I'm
No,
I'm
you
in the
haven't.
wrong. I texted Marina. I said, never. You like. if
You haven't
never,
owned it. You're like, I'm not smart.
I'm telling you the story, Dave. I don't know
but
what.
but you acted through and through like a scumbag.
But
And you're like, I'm not a scumbag. I'm a nice guy. But at some level, your actions determine whether you're a scumbag.
listen, I understand that like Marina should be mad at me. She should never want to talk to me again. But at the end of the day, like it's not an on purpose thing. It's just like I don't think shit. Like I'm not a great communicator. I don't know what to tell you, Dave. Like,
that though, what you're saying right now, I don't disagree on some things that's not thinking through. You get invited to somebody's who you're very friendly with wedding, you go. That's not. I don't think it through. And then you make up like a ridiculous excuse.
That COVID thing, the vaccine thing was never like a real.
So
thing.
then
That's
why?
just bullshit.
So, but you said it to.
I know,
Jordan.
but I said it like in passing as a joke, pretty much, and then that was the fucking reason, which is just not true.
But your reason wasn't even a reason. You get that? Like your reason of I had to be with the parents. You go to the Bucks.
What do you want me? I'm telling you what happened. Like,
Just be like, hand up. I was a total scumbag. That's what you were. You won't own that. That's the part you won't own. You were a scumbag.
Yes, but not like on purpose. If that makes any sense. Like
Yeah, but that's like if you fuck your best friend's girl. It's like I didn't do it on purpose.
It's a little different. It's not. It's just.
But
not,
you're using the same logic of like I didn't think it through. This is something you don't have. Like
I mean, you not like I'm not a scumbag. I genuinely feel awful. I just did like the way I work. Big Cat will tell you I'm a fucking puppy dog. I don't like. I just kind of go every day. I have buddies right now at home that like I don't know what to tell them for their wedding. I just don't really think about shit. When it
you
comes
go to your buddy's
I
weddings.
know, Dave, but like it's not. I don't know what to tell. Like I'm not a fucking scumbag. That's the part that I can't agree with. It was scumbaggy, but not on purpose. Like I did not mean to be a scumbag.
So what is
I
the difference between somebody who consistently acts like a scumbag, but just is like, I didn't do it on
I don't
purpose?
consistently act like a scumbag. I don't. If you know me as a person, anybody will tell you I'm just not. That's not me. I just make mistakes without thinking.
But that doesn't fly in this case. Like, Eddie, you're the most forgiving guy. I feel like this was pure scumbag behavior through and through.
Well, first, the vaccine thing's a little weird. I don't understand how that happened, but regardless, I don't think he's a scumbag. I think do you admit it's a scumbag move?
Yeah.
In hindsight,
but
yes.
I didn't do it thinking
to be
it
a
was.
scumbag. I think to him it was like, well, I don't know why you ever thought like, I shouldn't go, but you thought,
that's
okay,
crazy.
whatever.
And he's saying because they had to be with a family. Clearly, that's not that important a thing if you're flying to. And even like a family
I
gets
thought
it.
it was.
We
Dave.
all have families.
I understand that, but like in real time, it was like I haven't seen my family in a long time. This is the one time we have off. I'm gonna do this, and I was like, is it cool if I overthink shit. I thought you were gonna fucking hate me if I didn't go. Like you'd be like, Dana,
I didn't even know you were going until you went.
I understand, but like in my mind, it's like, how can I not do this because it's bad for Barstool, and that's how I operate. Like I just think about Barstool all the time. That's what I'm fucking doing. So I'm not buying that. Like I think you love being like there in the side, which by the way, it's good. You're building a character. I get all that, but there's not a part of me that was like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do it for Barstool. Of course I want to do it, but that's not like the reason I wasn't at her wedding. It's just not. Like I RSVP'd 4 weeks ago saying I couldn't go.
I don't think the Bucks thing was the reason you were not at the wedding. It just shined how big of a scumbag you were for not being at the wedding. Like if you were at home with the parents, and it's like, but I mean, we all have rational parents. If you get invited to somebody who you're pretty close with at in any like it's a wedding, you go. That's just how it works. Like I don't care how stupid you are. Like you're acting like a wedding is a jigsaw puzzle. It's like
I know, and I feel awful. Like I genuinely didn't realize how stupid I was being in the moment, and I talked to her.
Selfish.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree, though. I don't think the Bucks thing was like he wanted to be like, the Bucks are better offer. I think he was like, I'm not going there, so I might as well do this. But where he went wrong is like he should just win the first place, probably. Right? Like the Bucks thing is somewhat irrelevant.
The Bucks the
Bucks
Bucks thing just exemplified the entire thing because like you said no to this. I know you didn't know the Bucks thing and planned on being at home, but it shined a light on the entire, like when Marina said it, and it's like, wait, isn't he at the Bucks game right now? And it's like, yeah, he is. He's tweeting all this stuff when everyone's at her wedding. It's incredibly selfish, scumbaggish behavior.
It was
and at some level, and like I said, when I started this, I always been like, he's a nice guy, all that. At some level, though, your actions determine how people perceive you.
I know.
So it's not, you can't just be like, well, I'm stupid or I didn't think about it.
I'm not saying
because this is pretty bad. This is not like much thought goes into what happened here.
I'm telling you, the relationship I had with her the whole time, I was putting it off, telling her I couldn't go because I was nervous she was going to be like never.
But even that,
I understand. Like
the fact that you're like that, like I don't want to tell her because is such a clear indicator. Like I got to go to this wedding.
I know.
Like I could have been on the like I could have been on like the moon and I would have gotten there because she's one of like my people.
It was selfish and stubborn and like awful move. It's just not who I am. I genuinely can tell you that's not who I am. It's just, like I've worked here for 4 fucking years. I've never, thought of. Like,
but there is an element that people can start, and it happens as you grow your own personal brand and more people know who you are. You start to change.
I haven't changed. I mean, people might say that, but like I'm the same exact
again,
person.
But you get now how people would.
Yes,
say that.
They can
Looking
say that,
outside in, I'd be like, what an ass.
I'm not an asshole. I'm just not. It was a scumbag move. It was a dickhead move. I didn't know it in real time how stupid I was being, but it was.
Did you not realize it till I tweeted?
No, I felt this whole time I felt so bad I couldn't go to the wedding. But like, what am I gonna do? Not tweet that I'm there? Like, not talk about the fact that I'm doing it?
I mean, but it comes across when you're fucking pounding beers and being at the Bucks and celebrating that you don't care.
Wait till a fucking week later? What do you want? Like, I'm already there. What am I gonna do? Not fucking do it?
Yeah, I would have gone to the wedding. I did, but B, I probably wouldn't have been like, yeah, I'm gonna go party at the Bucks. I don't even know. I mean,
also think too there is an aspect where he's not lying. He is just a moron. Like he said to me too.
Eddie,
he's like, well, listen to this, Dave. He said, I got invited to hers, and I got invited to Marina's, and I got invited to Coley's, and I didn't know what to do. That's true too, right? You did say that.
I'm telling you, I was like losing sleep over where to go, what to do. It's just, I don't know. It fucking is not fair to her. Like, she laid it out for me and it told me how shitty it was, and it was. And I'm not denying that. I'm not.
We don't need Marina, by the way. I mean,
she was listening and just wanted to say a word. But
she did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys want to hear it?
Yeah, sure. If she wants to say it.
Yeah, we'll bring her in.
No, but you should have went.
I know. Yes.
Well, duh.
Yeah. Yes. There's no
I
denying
actually
it.
didn't realize till Marina said it. Like, that was what set me off. Like, I was kind of minding my own business. I was really mad because she specifically was like, the only person that I'm kind of hurt that's not here is Dana. It's like one of my better friends in the office. And then it's like he's at the game, and we have it. And then I made fucking Marty mush because I heard Marty said he was at a wedding. I texted him. I go, you have to show me pictures of the wedding you're at today to prove it. And he sent it. I'm like, all right, you're clear.
He was very relieved about that.
Thank God he had those. For all I know, he doctored those on the spot.
He can't. He's too dumb to do that.
Marina, so you're listening.
Yes.
You want to come in and say something.
Well, yeah. Hello, Eddie. First of all,
Hey, Marina.
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm just
Scoot in a little bit, yeah.
My whole thing was just like, I had communicated to Dana and Marty over and over and over again. Like, hey, can you guys RSVP? Check your mail. Hey, do this, do this. Dana did it an hour before I needed an RSVP. And he knew it was a no this whole time. And it's like, you don't have the respect to tell me as one of your, like, I thought we were close friends. Like, I need to do seating. Like,
Yes.
I don't think people realize how stressful a wedding is.
I know.
And that.
Yes.
And hand up, like, I didn't, because I'm the worst. Like, I always knew I was going, but I don't actually think I are. You just one time, you're like, are you going? I'm like, yeah, of course I'm going.
Right.
Yeah.
But I knew you were gonna go. Like, I had you down. Like, I had Silvana down. Like, I figured that. Dana and Marty, I figured the whole time. I'm like, hey, here's the hotel. Like, get a room.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Marty's your girlfriend coming. And I would just be getting like no, or not even no's, just no answers. And so if we were actually friends, I just wish you would have had that respect to be like, no, I can't. I would have been fine if you were like, hey, I need to go see my family.
No, that's
like a lot of people said no.
That's
and
what,
like,
and she told me she's not mad at me for not being there. She's mad at me for the way I handled it ahead of time, which is.
I mean, the whole thing. Honestly, it is a huge process to go through. It is in many people's lives, like, you know, having a kid, getting married. It's one of those days. So that's why I don't buy, like, I'm not smart. It was, and actions at some level will, like, I was stunned. I was legitimately, like, pissed when I heard it. And I don't know. It was a tough look, and you can hear her talking about it, you know.
So Dana texted me last night, and we kind of, like, went back and forth on it. And then I stopped replying once I heard that comment about someone said that on the High Noon Tour, you were like, wait, are actually people going to that?
But I never said that. I don't even
who
know
said
who the fuck said that.
Who was at our table?
Spider, Glenny,
was it
Tommy?
Literally don't even know what that even means. Of course people are fucking going.
It sounded as if, like,
not what I would ever say.
It wasn't Trey. It sounded, it was across the table. I almost want to say it was Tommy, but it sounded in a way as though it was like, it wasn't meant the way I didn't get it wasn't like we're waiting to matter, but like, are we going or are we not going as a group? That kind of sounded like how it came across. I think Tommy said it, but whoever said it wasn't to
on
them.
The fucking tour. I don't know what he's.
So that if Tommy was on tour, who was it?
Yeah, that did not happen. I don't even know what that means.
Somebody definitely said it. It was directly. I don't think it was Glenny because he was to my left. I don't know who Tommy.
I didn't say that. I don't know. Like, I didn't say that.
The whole thing was an ugly look, clearly. But, I mean, on the honest to God truth, it's just, how are you guys now? Or like,
I don't know. It's just like, I'm like it was an unbelievable, like, you saw how happy I was.
Yeah.
Like, no one can take that day away from me. I'm trying not to cry. But, like, I was sad. I told you, like, I was really sad he wasn't there.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like the fucking worst person in the world. Like, you know I love you, and you know that I care about you a lot, and I just didn't.
Like, if you just said, "Hey, like, I can't make it. I have to be family."
I'm
and that's
an asshole.
what I don't want to keep saying it over and over. But there is no message that you can send that is actually opposite of what you just said than not going to somebody's wedding. That's just life.
I mean, this is what I told her. Like, this whole time I was worried about pissing her off, about not being able to go, and that's the God honest truth. I didn't want you to be like Dana, like this, I fucking hate
This
you.
is worse.
Yeah.
I know, and that's
and your reasons all the way along are not real reasons.
But Dave, like, what do you mean?
I mean, there's certain reasons. Like, what just happened?
Dan just had a kid. He texted me, like, Big Cat and KFC texted me on the day of my wedding being like, congrats, like, so happy for you. Sorry we couldn't make it. Like, I don't know if you would have apologized if Dave never tweeted that.
I didn't want to bother you on your wedding week. Like, the last thing you want to hear is from me on your wedding week.
I don't know. It all sounds like example, a friend of mine's dad passed away, and one of the sons is in I think he's going through the Marines or something, and he's at the point where if you pull him, he has to start over. So they didn't even tell him that there was a death in the family. They're going to wait. That is a reason that I can say you skip a milestone event. All your reasons are garbage. They just are.
But either way, it was just like I never got a reason. So when Jordan was like, "Hey, like he
that was
second,
not it. That was
okay,
not
but
it.
like
But you
I
said
didn't
it.
have a reason.
I know,
I don't know why you couldn't.
I know,
make it.
and I'm putting on myself. I'm a fucking idiot. But like you know deep down I'm not a fucking scumbag. I'm just not.
That's where I keep getting lost because
I just overthink shit, and I overthought
There's
that.
nothing
I
to
know.
overthink.
I'm a fucking idiot.
But
Dave.
that doesn't cut it.
I understand, and I'm taking the fucking.
No, you're not. You're
Yes,
being
I am.
like, I'm not a scumbag. I'm an
know,
idiot.
But I'm telling you that I fucked up.
But you were a
It was a
scumbag.
scumbag move. That's just not like me.
Right.
Okay. There's a difference. Like
scumbag off right now.
there's a difference between being a scumbag and a fucking idiot. And I'm an idiot.
You stack up 2 of those in your life, you're a certified scumbag for life.
I'm not a scumbag. I'm just not. Like that's the thing that I can't accept because
But you do.
I'm a genuinely good person, and I
if
had
you
an
rob a
idiotic move that was very.
I'm not a
obvious
bank
to do.
robber. I just robbed that bank that once. That's like what we're getting into territory. That's the territory. You just gotta. And I'm always agreed with you, but there is no other way.
I know.
Being an idiot doesn't.
That's not like my reason. I'm saying that is the reason that I didn't communicate with her is because I'm just dumb. Like I didn't think it through.
But I don't even think
Dumb is
communicate.
not the
It's
word.
an
I don't know
automated.
what to tell-
Yes.
like, that's not the
like
word.
wedding. Yep.
I know.
Check.
And
yes.
in my mind, I'm like, I sent her this nice long note on her website. Like, I was like, that might, like, she might accept that, and I didn't think that through. Obviously, you didn't accept that.
I mean, you did it on the last hour of the I sent I don't know
Because
10 messages. Marty did it like a week later, so like
I'm gonna have to dig
just,
deeper into Marty's way. Marty is checked.
What do you think, Eddie?
I think
Eddie's trying to be a nice guy.
I know
Eddie knows who I am. Like he knows how I actually am, and it's like not.
Listen, I think deep down he's not a scumbag, and I think Marina would even say the same thing, maybe. Right?
now, who knows?
But
Okay, fair enough.
Eddie, at what point do your actions dictate how people view you?
I agree. You got to have accountability. Like actions speak louder than words. There's a reason why that's a major saying in this culture or whatever. But I just like he lacked common courtesy. He just lacked like thought about their friendship, and it was not right. Like you should have thought, like,
100%.
dude, you guys have been doing those fucking Bruins videos forever. Like I knew you guys were friends. Like it should have been a no-brainer. You should have went to her wedding. Like I said, I don't think it was like, oh, like I got a better off for the Bakhtari thing. I think like it was like, oh, I RSVP'd. No, but in the end of the day, it starts when you told her no. You should have gone.
Yeah,
you should have gone.
100%. And I take full responsibility of being a fucking asshole. It's not cool at all.
And it
It's
is a
not fair.
scumbag move not to go
It's
to
a
one of your
scumbag
good
move.
friends'
Yes,
weddings.
it is. I'm not.
I mean, legendarily, like you put Family Feud, top 5 scumbag moves a friend can do. Fuck your friend's significant other, not go to their wedding. It's probably number 2 on the list.
Yeah,
it really
so by
is.
definition, it is scumbag
Or
move.
not go to a funeral. There it is. The 3 things. Bang, bang, bang. That's life.
So are you thinking like? Do you think he's changed, Marina, because
I
he's kind
hadn't
of blown up
talked
a little
to him,
bit?
like if like the last time Dana texted me was like early June. So like we had grown apart, like falling, but like in the group chat with him and Marty, I'm like, hey, like here are all the details. Like what else do you need to know? Like, are you bringing this person? Do you need a date? Like, so like I don't know. I just
And
thought,
there are certain things like I've gone busy. We don't talk as
Yeah.
much, but it and I don't know everyone different relationship in here, but there's certain things like of course that was always, and there's very few people here, to be honest, that I would do that. That's like, yeah, no brainer, I'm going to be there.
Right.
But it sounds like these 2 would have been, in that group. So
Yeah. I mean, pull the scumbag move. If you pull enough scumbag moves, you're a scumbag.
Correct.
I mean, that's what it is, and we'll see if you pull more, and then I guess life will determine if you're a scumbag or not.
I
right?
will say,
don't know.
someone sent me a DM last night that I thought was very funny. Let me see if I can find it. Screenshots.
How are you feeling, Dana?
I mean, it just wasn't fair to Marina. It's like I got to take this on chest, and it's just not cool. And I don't know.
So
I
this
fucked
guy
up.
Tyler DM'd me on Instagram last night at 9:00. He said you should drop Dirtbag Dana merch. Also, congrats on getting married.
I mean, honestly,
thinking about
and being like kind of serious, the way you talk, it's like a wake up moment for it. Like it's just, it's one of those things. You shouldn't have to be woken up to something like this. And I'm being honest, I've liked you all along, like, but this was, I was shocked.
100%. And I said it to Marina, there's no excuse. It's just I came off like a dick.
And what sucks is apology, all that, he'll never get it back. That's what makes it one of those things that you can't miss it, because it just, there is no next year. There's no, it's a once in a lifetime, hopefully, knock on wood for Marina, it wasn't for me, but like moment.
Yeah, I already got married twice, so if there's a third, there's a problem.
Wait, what?
We got legally married.
Oh, I thought you said you've been married. I'm like,
No.
I missed.
We got
Yeah,
legally
yeah,
married,
yeah,
so this
yeah,
was
yeah,
technically
yeah,
the second wedding. So if there's a third,
Yeah.
I fucked up or someone fucked up.
All right,
But I heard that wrong.
we'll move on from that one.
Bye, Eddie.
So, yeah.
All right, bye, Marina.
Eddie, I mean, you'll be nice to anybody.
No, dude, listen, I thought I said it. I thought I explained it well. He pulled a scumbag move. If you pull enough scumbag moves, you're a scumbag.
But
Like,
there's
that's
no
one in the
logic
books.
to his excuse of I'm an idiot. Absolutely does not pass here.
I think his excuse is he's an idiot for, like, his thing is where it's like, oh, I didn't think realizing not going to someone's wedding is that bad. Like, I think that's what
And
his
the Bucks
thing is.
thing makes it worse because his first excuse of having to be home with your parents on that's bullshit. Like their parents, I'm sure, what are they, psychos? You have a wedding.
Yes, he should have gone for sure. He should have gone. It was a scumbag move for him not to go. I just was saying the whole Bucks thing was, it was just like, you know, adding a lot of gasoline onto a fire.
For sure, because he's out there celebrating, partying. I
Correct.
mean, you can see how upset she was. That's all you had to really fucking see.
Totally. Like
Yeah.
he should have went. He's from, like, Boston's not that. Where was it? Connecticut? It's not that far.
Hopefully it'll use as a learning moment. You shouldn't have to, but I'm picturing it again with my friends or groups of people. You get to the wedding. It's just one of those things. You figure it out, and you get to the fucking wedding. Period.
1,000%. I agree with you. SLIQ, spirited ice pops.
Got them here.
You got those in there, right?
Have them in my Hamptons house. Alcohol-infused freezer pups. Time has come for a happy hour to finally live out its name with the introduction of SLIQ Spirited Ice. SLIQ is a brand new, hard, yes, that means alcohol-infused freezer pup that is crafted with elevated flavors to inspire good times. Available in different premium spirit offerings, including rum, agave. These frozen flavor packs are the coolest new ways to booze with an icy twist. 8% ABV at 100 calories or less. Each naturally favored SLIQ Spirit Ice Pop tastes as good, if not better, than any daiquiri or margarita you get on the beach or at a patio bar. The best part is that SLIQ, no bartender or blender is needed, just your freezer. Pups are also convenient enough to throw in the cooler, bring along to a barbecue, backyard barbecue, boating on the lake, or a day blazing at the pool. So swap your typical summer cocktail or seltzer with SLIQ Spirited Ice. Scoop up a box, 2 or 10 of them, at your local Walmart liquor store. Load your freezer for the upcoming weekend. Just know that once you SLIQ, sipping will never be the same. To learn more, go to sliqspiritedice.com. This ad has been brought to you by 21 Holdings, LLC in West Chicago, Illinois. Must be 21 up to purchase and consume. Please drink responsibly.
Go grab a SLIQ.
I
All
think
right,
we may have
got
helped Dana's life there. I do like him before that. That hopefully will give him pause. And I think it is, he got caught up in like the fame of his character and all that shit. Like, I don't believe him at all. And like, he went to Milwaukee for me or Barstool. He fucking ate that up.
Yeah, and I mean, his foot's been on the gas for a while now. He did that tour. He's been kind of going all over the place. I know that's self-inflicted, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Funerals.
We'll see what happens.
Weddings. Must.
Agreed. I agree.
1, 2, 2, 1. Must.
Agreed. Completely. Now, we could go a couple ways here. The viral hire, Ginger Mullet, he's waiting. I think Tiger's guy, Castellani's waiting. You want to talk to Tommy, too? So whichever one you want
Let's
to go
get the
here,
mullet
we can
guy
go.
on here real quick.
Mullet guy will have to be in 20 minutes because he's
Okay.
coming back. But Tommy smokes is outside.
All right, let's get Tommy.
You didn't. What's this about? I'm intrigued. I didn't even know Tommy was coming.
I just had a question on him. He's rattled. He doesn't know. Do you know what we're talking about?
I've spent the last 3 hours replaying my entire life thinking what this could be.
I just have to ask this, and it'll be a quick segment, possibly. And I don't know how to. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to ask factually, yes or no. Tommy, when you went to DJ's, did you take down a 6'4" woman?
6'4" might be a couple inches tall, but yes, the rumor you've heard. The story here has gotten a little out of hand.
6'4",
Not 6'4", not
6'4". I don't know how. I was. I believe
6'1" to 6'2". She had like an inch or two on me.
what? Not 6'4". I heard 6'4".
That's part of the story is getting. She was towering over Glennie Balls, but I'm a few inches taller than Glennie Balls. Yeah,
Somebody did this. I forget. I'm getting all the names, but when we were talking about, it, they just did this. Like they did that.
she was a tall glass of water, as they say. Yeah, but she was. When we were face to face, she might have had 2 inches tops on me. She was a nice girl, pretty girl, just a tall glass of water.
Is that the tallest person you've ever?
Yes.
6'4", Eddie. Well, if she backed you down into the paint, would you score with ease?
She would have put up Giannis numbers on Sunday night, like 41 and 13.
I gotta have to see this. The Pussy Patrol doing their thing with 6'4". That's all I had for him.
How is that house? Do you have any concerns about 20 Barstool people throwing big party house?
Balls couldn't even talk. He had his voice was all hoarse. No, down the Jersey Shore, they're doing the DJs or whatever. Did you go down there again?
I think I'm going to go down this weekend for the last time. My voice cracked there.
Okay.
I think I'm going.
Are you still talking?
She asked me last weekend, "So are you down here?" And I said, "No, maybe next weekend." And she said a sad face, and that was it.
Okay, so
We'll
you
see.
wooed her. All right. Yeah, I heard, Eddie, you're going?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I think so.
When are you getting there?
Thursday, I think. You want to go, Dave?
Saratoga opening day Thursday. I'm going to be there.
We'll be there
Oh,
until
really?
Sunday.
Where?
The Shore House.
Oh. Yeah, no,
Come
I'm going
by.
to Saratoga.
Is Elio going?
No, he's in Nantucket. I'm going to Saratoga, then I'm going to go back to the Hamptons.
Oh, nice. Damn, Tommy. That was
6'4".
She was a basketball player.
I think that old expression, I was spitting out coffee I wasn't drinking any. When that story came up, that happened to me. I was at the wedding, whoever said it. I was like 6'4"?
Yeah, tall girl.
Okay. That's all I had for
good
you.
right,
for you,
thanks.
Tom.
Can we get Chris Castellani in here?
Yeah, let's toss him in.
Yeah.
Unless if you got something else.
I haven't been great with him. He needs more attention. I got to get him going.
Yeah, I feel like he just started and then that was it.
Yeah, it's just, it's summer. I've been busy.
Yeah. There he is.
Here he is. You there, Chris?
What's going on, guys?
Is this your first appearance on anything with us?
Oh, I was on Starting Nine like 4 years ago.
Well, yeah, since we hired you.
Yeah.
So that's a terrible job by us. And what we generally do, it's like we had the viral moment with you, hired you. I've read your blogs. I think you're doing good. But we got to start including him out. He's just on an island doing tigers. Now, he did, Eddie, step into dangerous waters. I said it to Big Cat. And this happens to everybody because I'm watching his stuff. And the Tigers are winning series. And we've won 7 straight series. The Tigers are playing great.
It was three.
And so it's like, fuck it. All right, I'm going to start betting on these Tigers because I would have no idea what the Tigers are doing. And they jumped out to 4-0 lead, and just blew it versus the Twins. And I start getting angry when that happens because this fucking guy's starting to kill me. But other than that, we got my fault. I got to get more attention. I know you have other guys. So what are the early thoughts here and you have been on an island.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a dream. It's where I want to be. I have really no complaints about how things have gone so far. Everyone's treated me great. It's been a crazy process for sure. I mean, at points it is overwhelming because you go from kind of doing this as a side hustle to all of a sudden it's your main gig, and everyone wants a piece of that. But it's a good problem to have. Honestly, I love it here and I want to be here. And no, it's been a trip so far.
And it's definitely, again, to my leadership qualities, I'm good at, I think, identifying guys, and I think he's got a bright future. If you've read his stuff, it's really good and actually kind of inspirational in how I look in guys that generally work out, or like he was grinding at a gas station. He always wanted to be here. The guys who have the desire are generally it. But also, I just hired him. I mean, we've said like 3 words. Since it's like you're hired and then I'll see you when I see you. So
yeah, we had one phone conversation in a Speedway parking lot, and after that, you hired me. So
yeah, so I gotta get better at that. And people gotta check them out, but we gotta get a better onboarding process once we hire somebody. That's on me to somehow figure out. But I've never been great at that. The old days, it was assimilation because you show up at the office,
right?
Milton or whatever. You just it's trial by fire. So I gotta get better at that.
What was that? Is there a thought here? Are you going to stay in Detroit? Or is there a New York potential, or what do you think with that, Dave?
I'm going to visit New York at some point soon.
Yeah, you should do that for sure. But I want him in Detroit. I want Michigan.
That's the impression I got from you. I mean, but at the same time, I want to get indoctrinated. I want to meet all the people there. I mean, these are people I've been watching on stool scenes for years and reading blogs for years. I want to visit New York for sure. But I mean, yeah, this is Michigan's my home and my mainstay. I do want to be it's simply more convenient given the teams that I cover for me to be here, closer to where all the shit is. So no, I mean, I want to stay here, but I do want to branch out and start visiting other places because, just to get indoctrinated with the people who work here.
And it's one of those things, as crazy as some of the decisions I make may seem, like the fact he was Michigan helps. It's a Penn market for us. We have the casino there, and we've talked about building out around him like a whole Michigan team, kind of like Chicago, Eddie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
I talked to you. I told you you're welcome. Chicago office. You're only a couple hours away, so anytime you want, just come by.
I appreciate it. Yeah, next time I'm down there, I'll probably visit. Yeah, my brother lives there, so I'll probably come down for a Tigers-White Sox game again at some point and visit you guys. Yeah.
What do you think of Loki?
You know what? Believe it or not, I've only watched the first episode so far.
That's stunning to me.
Okay, here's why. And this
Aren't you a Star Wars guy?
I'm a huge Star Wars. I've watched every Marvel thing except for Loki, and for some reason, I don't know why, I've just never been a huge fan of that character. He's always annoyed me. But now I'm gonna watch it because everyone says it's great. I've liked what they've done so far. I just watched Black Widow last week. Everyone says it's amazing, so I gotta get caught up on it.
That is maybe the most stunning thing. I mean, like you were doing Tiger reviews and like Star Wars reviews when I first saw you.
Yeah, and I still do, but I mean, it's just I mean, it's been a busy couple months for me, so I haven't quite been able to get.
Star Wars is not the other. I was confusing myself a little bit. That makes a little more sense. But all right, well, that's all. It's a quick introduction. We'll flow through, unless you got something.
Did you see his? Well, first of all, like you said, I loved his intro blog. Then I quote tweeted something he tweeted last week that was perfect. I think you'd appreciate it too, Dave, about Hunter Dickinson when he said he was coming back.
Yeah.
Did you see the tweet?
I think I did. What was it?
Can you pull it up, Kareem?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sending messages. Try you want a quote.
Well, he gave me one I was at the gym and the news broke that I was that he was coming back. So in between sets, I'm like typing out on my iPhone my Dickinson blog. And a couple weeks ago, Michigan got Doug McDaniel, 4-star recruit, signed on. And I got a quote from him. I DM'd him asking if he could just give me a little rundown of what he thinks about Juwan's recruiting record. So no, I mean, look, I got the time now, so I want to be able to I have some connections.
Well, Juwan's son is a huge stoolie.
Yeah, no, he followed me the other week. I'm name dropping here, but we DM'd the other week. Just
so
really nice guy. So yeah,
one of my favorite things since we've hired Chris is there'll be all these like bombs and wars and different things going on at Barstool, and then like clockwork, we'll just see a very serious Tigers recap, which for some reason like the dynamic of that works for me. So
and I don't know what to do with myself over the next 2 days, man. We got no Tigers baseball, so I'm just going to be going to the gym and pumping out blogs as much as I can because this is my hibernation period.
Yeah, for a little bit. All right, thank you. Good seeing you.
Thank you guys so much.
We got to get in touch. We will. We
for sure.
Try to build out that office like Chicago.
100%. Appreciate it.
See ya.
There.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Yep, no problem, guys.
That's one of my great flaws. I hire and then disappear.
There is an onboarding process here. You just got to be a part of it.
Okay, well.
Like Megan Makin Money's here because we onboarded her and she's doing meetings all day and she's doing content all day.
Yeah, but
It's a little different.
yeah, well, sort of, but also like I found out right before she had bets ready to go and she's in the gambling. I was like, what are these bets? She's like, she didn't even like them. Like she was communicating with like pen. I'm like, first rule, don't listen to anybody but me. It's like, ignore Westy's a suit. I like him. He's a suit. They're the house. Like, you talk to me on anything. Like, we don't get our marching directions from Westy. Then she posted a video that came first from the Barstool Sports book, not her. I'm like, why'd you do that? It's like, Jack Mack said I need a video ASAP. Caught me off guard. I'm like, Jack Mack, we don't listen to Jack Mack either. Like, you never need anything unless it comes from my mouth. If we need something, it'll come from me. If not, do you and be authentic. And if you don't have a pick till football season, don't give me a pick till football season.
Yeah, and there's a difference too. She was, and we can get into it now. I know she did a lot of stuff with the home run derby, so she's not coming on today. But I mean, that's been brewing for a while, right?
What?
With her?
We should
Hiring her. Do you want to get her? We could do that too.
Sure, I guess.
Chris, like you see these guys, and we're going to get Ginger Mullet on later. I mean, it's like you see a video and then you drag it to your favorites folder and then you don't go back to that folder. That's what you're doing.
I got so many different fucking things going on. This vacation, I haven't really been on vacation at all. Even if I've been in the Hamptons, I'm like working most of the time. I don't know. I just get caught in a ton of different directions. Like, yeah. I don't even, people know, like, they just announced the Jake Paul Woodley fight in Cleveland. Like, I think Dan and I together are on the broadcast on Showtime. We're the main sponsor of that fight. It's going to be Barstool Sportsbook in the ring. We have another huge announcement coming up at the end of July. Huge announcement. So there's just a lot of fucking things going on. So I do one thing, and I move to the other. And even
so a lot of businessy stuff.
A lot of businessy stuff. Content, obviously, the NIL stuff has been a lot.
Huge. Yeah.
And even like the way Megan got hired was a little weird. And I don't know how, because she was at DraftKings and FanDuel, same in my mind. And I got we had talked a little bit. So we had gone back and forth in terms of, I knew you were like a Barstool fan, and it came from maybe Penn or somebody. They're like, hey, Megan's interested in working at Barstool. And it was like, huh? That's news to me because we've talked. I never heard it. So I reached out. I'm like, are you trying to work here? She's like, well, no, but I was approached. I think Mincy brought her up because they know each other. And I'm like, who are you talking to? Is all people I wasn't in the loop at all with it. And I was like, well, do you want to work here? She's like, yeah, but like this is super late in the process. And
when was that?
That was January, February. I was in April. So I was in Colorado. It was in April.
Yeah, it was right as her deal was coming up and renew. And I looked more into it. I never really thought about it because I'm not a big interfering contracts person. Like if you're under contract or have it, people do it to us. I don't do it to them generally. But the contract was done, and that's the time you do it. So I looked real quick, and I was like, yep, we want you. But we had like 24. You basically at one point, you're like, well, you got to let me know in the next like 5 seconds.
Yeah, no, it was, y'all definitely turned it around within 72 hours of talking to you. I had a contract, and it was signed, and it was
right.
Fax back.
And so that's kind of how it works. I looked, I'm like, yeah, definitely. And I don't know that you believed it. I'm like, it may take us a while, but I said to Erica and whoever, I'm like, yeah, we want to hire. Once we do that, we hire. It's like the green light, but I don't know that you knew that totally, and you had to make a decision. I'm like, I don't know when we'll get the contract, but it's guaranteed it's coming, essentially. And that was that. But we had talked a decent amount and had been talking. So we were talking about the onboarding process, new employees. So we had been in touch, but I did kind of a little bit lose track when you were starting. I had like football in my mind.
Yeah, no, I had no idea when I was starting either. So like my contract with FanDuel was like all up in the air. So they had reworked it 3 times before I had even talked to you. and then they were going to rework it for me to go back in. We had a verbal agreement, and then after I talked to you, I mean, it was obvious where I wanted to go.
Right.
And again, my old company said that it could take a month to get the papers together for me to sign with them, and I got 72 hours with you.
Really? A month?
Yeah, they said the lawyers would take a month. I mean, so.
And I've also, and I don't mean this maybe disrespectfully and not disrespectfully. Like, she was like, well, very concerned with fucking over her old company, which I think a lot of people feel that. I've had enough interaction with the FanDuels, the DraftKings, you name it. They're ruthless companies. Like, they're not loyal, would be like they're bottom line companies where, and we may be in some regards, but if I say something, there's no, like, if I say yes or this is happening, it happens 100% of the time. There's no reversal. There's no nothing, and I will be loyal. So I said that to you. I'm like, I don't feel bad for them because they won't feel bad for you, and we've been in that spot with them. So the onboarding, where it led is I didn't know people were talking to you about bets till the very end.
Right.
Which, that's just Westy doing Westy. I'm like, I love Westy. It's like, Westy, don't ever tell my people what they're betting ever again.
Yeah, no. He was trying to. That's why we did the home run derby. I mean, that was you know who I wanted.
Well,
I told you.
She wanted Poirier. We couldn't do Poirier for her first boost.
Right.
Because Robbie Fox was already heavy on McGregor.
Absolutely.
And Penn, which I get, was afraid they'd middle themselves. So if you're giving boosts on both sides, you can just bet both sides and automatically win. So that we can't do that. But then they gave her Shote a honey in the home run derby. I'm like, do you like that? She's like, no, that's not my pick. I'm like, well, why the fuck are you taking it? So.
Well, I'm right now a yes woman. I mean,
yeah, you're going to turn out of that.
Well, I've just joined the company. I will do I will whore myself out for you guys. If
anybody asks anything, you're like, I don't know, ask me. Because we let our content can always do whatever they want.
Right.
Always.
What, I mean, besides, in your words, why did you want to come here? Like, what was your...
I honestly love the freedom. I absolutely love the freedom Barstool gives to their employees. I mean, you literally just said it. Where I was at, I didn't have freedom. I had to stick to this mundane script every week and make sure that, I mean, obviously stuff needs to be turned to deadlines, but it was the same shit every single week, and people were getting tired of seeing it, and there's absolutely zero creativity within. I mean, they're not a content company.
Right.
It's just gambling, and they were trying to do what y'all are doing essentially and have like a funny, like not so serious, trying to introduce the new bettors because I mean it's only growing, and it just wasn't working. They were trying to ebb and flow, and it wasn't Barstool.
Right.
So that's why. I mean,
Are you nervous right now?
Yeah, I've been nervous.
You
for
seem shy. You
48
didn't seem
hours.
nervous yesterday on the stream. You seem way like chiller right now, like more nervous.
Can we react to this clip from yesterday's stream?
Is this gonna be the tank?
Nope, this is Megan.
Tank.
The tank smiling while we all lost.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Like legitimate. I don't know I've ever seen him smile.
He was cracking up. He was having the best day of his life.
Yeah, he
Also,
just
a
kinda
weird
mutters.
thing. I don't know if I'm supposed to say, but we can cut it if not. But didn't you say your like one of your old bosses like Barstool people are gonna hate you?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that meant.
Yeah, no, they told me best of luck up until July 11th or no, July 9th, whenever I started.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was great. It was.
Well, eventually, Barstool people hate every single person. in this
Well, that's
company,
true.
but not in like.
But the way I read was like she wouldn't fit in here, which is crazy.
Oh, that's weird. Are you going to do only gambling, Megan,
That's a
or
good
like
question.
is that the plan, or what's?
I mean, I'm doing literally whatever. Like, of course, gambling is. I mean, it's my name, Megan Makin Money. So gambling is where I got into the space. But I'm literally, I can cook, I can make videos, I can blog, I can literally.
What does that mean? Cook?
I
What are
can
you gonna like make?
TikToks,
Okay,
whatever.
all right.
I can
yeah.
integrate whatever.
All right,
All I'm
I'm
saying
down.
is there's people love Louisiana cooking, so I actually am a fantastic cook, and I could just bullshit, do kind of like a Like how KFC does like the 1 minute man. I do
Yep.
like a 1 minute woman, give a recipe, talk some shit about whatever. I don't know. I have a humongous whiteboard at the house with
I like
1,000
that.
ideas.
That'll probably be cut. Like I can cook sitting next to me, and it's like there goes Dave again, like hiring like a pretty blonde who's I can cook for him. It's like
I'll appreciate that. I like the pretty though. I'll take that.
that also will probably cut. There goes. What are we getting at here?
All right, here's the clip.
Loss is somehow getting worse.
You know, I'm just gonna relish and blessing for you. I'm just gonna sit here.
We're gonna be like 6 years down the road. So we're talking about porn.
Yeah, I am. So don't worry. I might get it tattooed on my finger.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Wow.
All's fair and love.
Yeah, I
Barstool.
respected that shot. It was a good shot. I was unexpecting that my guard was down.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, Eddie, you want to talk about it? Let's just.
Yeah, well, I
all
mean,
right,
while
here we
we're
go.
here.
Nice segue. What do you
While
want?
we're here,
Should we
what
see
do
it?
what do we got here, Dave? What are we working with?
Can you see it? My hometown
can't.
is Swampscott. Stool also is
You
Barstool. The
fucker.
Stool.
Fuck you.
Girlfriend's name is Silvana. All S's.
All S's. It sucks.
You motherfucker. Yeah, in that order, right?
Nope. Reverse
Okay.
order.
Sucks.
So she got D on her finger.
We assume like. You know.
I don't know her hometown name.
Dayton.
Dayton Flyer fan.
It's a great tattoo.
It looks actually gives me edge.
Yeah.
It looks like a snake.
Dave.
It definitely does,
Yeah.
for sure.
Dave, what are we doing?
He's in
What?
love. That's okay.
What, Eddie? You look like you've never gotten a tattoo like that.
You got it in a smart spot. It wears off.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to get it redone, you can.
It's actually cool.
It's very cool.
Have you always wanted a tattoo?
No. I thought it would be extremely painful. It didn't hurt at all. Shout out to the guy who did it. Believe it or not, I'm gonna get the name of the company right now and give
Hampton
him
Inc., right?
Hampton Inc. Yeah. He he's like, I actually know a guy at your company. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He gave you something from me one time. I'm like, Rico Bosco? He's like, no. I don't know anybody by that name. I do know a guy named though.
Oh.
Rico Bosco.
We're going to have to bleep that.
Yeah. Will we? So, yeah, no, it didn't hurt at all. Took
David Scott Portnoy, man.
for Scott.
For Scott.
Yeah.
What, Eddie?
Yeah. What do you mean, what?
What do I mean, what? You just gave fucking Dana Beers a free pass. You're like, and now you're doing a thing. Like, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing?
I mean, a lot of people in the company are asking, like, wow, like, that's quick, that type of thing. Ryan Whitney and I were texting about it, and he was thinking about resigning from the company.
For what?
Swampscott.
What? It's a power move. Everyone's
Like,
acting
so-
like, what do you do? It's a power move. Oh, Whitney's sitting with like a bunch of fucking kids swearing his face off in front of him. I don't want to turn this into a Whitney roast. So I got a tattoo. Big fucking whoop. It's 2021. It gives me a little edge. You see this, you're like, what is that?
How'd it come up? Did you just like bring it up? Like, let's get tattoos?
I don't originally know how it came. It's been something that's been talked about for a couple weeks.
Since you tried to kick her out for partying till 10 a.m. and eating
That was a
meatballs.
long time ago. That was for ages. If you told me back then that I'd be getting a tattoo, I'd been like nuts.
But here you are with a
But there I
tattoo
am.
and love.
And it is kind of like badass.
Wait, you're like, is this kind of like a Kourtney Kardashian, Travis Barker type
Listen,
deal or what?
listen, cool couples, power couples are getting finger tattoos.
Do you guys throw the tattoos up at each other?
It's hard to do it finger wise.
Do you like lock each other?
No, we haven't. It's like kind of hard to see it.
Yes.
That's
listen,
what they do.
It's fucking cool. How many
SD?
tattoos do you have, Eddie?
I got zero. When
Yeah,
she
what
takes
a
off.
square. What a loser. You're a loser, you square.
Yeah, I'm a loser. Okay. When she leaves in the Uber, you guys hold it up at each other as it pulls away?
Do you want me to call her and you want to say this to her face?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Everyone's backing down real quickly right now.
I'm a Sylvana Ryder. I told you that.
It doesn't seem like it.
I'll go on the
But I'm
record
a
and say she's
I
gorgeous.
just think I think it's very quick for my friend Dave to be getting a tattoo. That's all I think.
They rub off. It's okay. A finger one's like 6 months and to a year, and they
Don't say that.
they go away.
I haven't had a girlfriend in what, like 2, 3. I'm not quick on anything. It was like, listen, 2 young pups just doing the thing.
Just doing a thing.
And you're gonna,
Right.
I'm gonna make sure, like you are in front of her in person, and you will change your tune so fast, Eddie, it won't even be quick.
No, I like her.
Are you gonna tell her what are you gonna say about tattoos to her face?
Silvana, I think that's a little fast. That's all I'll
Right,
say.
you will. Right, you will.
Does she have any other tattoos? Is that her only one?
She has one other. It's badass.
All
I actually like how it looks.
You're gonna get more. You're gonna be like the tattoo guy now.
You should just get one on every finger and like spell something out.
I do like the Hank at all costs. Like I always get one on the finger. I didn't think it would actually be noticeable. I think I got on a wrong finger for it to be noticeable, but I'm happy with it. Didn't hurt at all. I'm a pussy. I thought I was gonna pass out. Didn't hurt at all. Like no pain.
Did you do
no
it
blood.
on your right? Why'd you do it on your right?
I don't know.
The left is too serious.
No, I don't know. It's just that's the hand he grabbed. I don't know. There's not much thought given to that.
No thought.
Wow.
I'm proud of it.
Well, congrats.
Tattoos are cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And congrats to Megan too. Welcome to Barstool.
Thanks.
Welcome. Yes. All right. We got anything else for Megan?
I think that's it. Anything else, Megan?
Oh no.
Is this exactly what you thought it'd be, or different? Like now that you've been here for a day, like what was your original thoughts here?
No, it's exactly how I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It was. I knew for a fact that I was going to lose last night. Like it was.
Well,
like that feeling.
that's why it's a hard. I mean, it would have been remarkable to win,
Yeah,
really, because it's not like a 50-50.
And it's also
but
like
your
who's
guy
gonna-
was the worst.
Well, who's going to be sharp on a home run derby? I mean, it's
Well,
just,
you
obviously
again. This is
not
where
me,
we
yeah.
disagree because I told you didn't have to
I
do it, and you're like,
know.
I have a strong opinion.
But again, I'm only here for 48 hours, so if I'm going to make an appearance, I got to make a good one, right?
Yeah, but we could have done anything.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I guess
We'll
you're
see once
right.
the major sports start up.
We'll see.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Eddie. You must have been dying to get to that tattoo. What was your original reaction when you saw it?
I was very surprised. And listen, I think it's bull. Like I think Silvana's very nice. I think it's BS. Like the perception she gets from other people who don't know shit. I agree. I'm not.
What perception? Like,
Well, it's like, oh, she's another 22-year-old with Dave. Like, what do you think she's there for? I think it's bullshit.
yeah. First of all, she's 26, but
I know.
Yeah, no. I think people sometimes confuse, and I'll get roasted for this, like early Dave versus now. I wouldn't. My head is fairly clear, so it is what it is.
And you've told me stuff that I was like, oh yeah, this seems a lot better than previous things. Yes, where
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, there's no funny business, I guess you'll say.
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But yeah,
Shout out.
brought
She
it
got
up,
100,000 followers.
She does.
She must have gone viral somewhere. And people don't get it's like, yeah, the picture, like that's what a lot of people like in Miami and everywhere take pictures like she's likes and she's gorgeous, so she takes Instagram photos. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people just, whatever. If you don't know her,
Yeah. Oh, she's very nice, and all her friends are fucking very nice too.
yeah.
Let's do Trifecta Nutrition, then let's talk to Ginger Bullet. Cream
All right.
is there.
Rhino, Ginger Rhino.
Ginger Rhino. Sorry.
Trifecta Nutrition. I may not eat anything but pizza, sushi, and takeout, but for everybody else, you got to try Trifecta. Ready to lock down your summer body and eat amazing food? You can go to their website, trifectanutrition.com/Dave. Pick the meal plan that is perfect for you. Want to eat amazing chef-created meals? Trifecta does that. Want to eat chicken, rice, broccoli every day? They do that too. Fully cooked meals delivered to your door every single week. You don't have to suffer to eat healthy. Convenient saves time rather than having to spend hour meal prepping each week. Stick to nutritional goals. Our meals have the precise macros people need to gain, lose weight, and meet their physical goals. Fresh food, farm to fork supply chain, never frozen, organic produce, gluten-free. Shop meal plans and get 40% off. 40% off with code Dave. Shop meal plans get 40% off with code Dave. Trifecta Nutrition. You know, the working out, eating healthy, two things that make you feel good for sure. So Trifecta Nutrition.
Red
Right.
Rhino, by the way. He texted me, hey, this is Red Rhino, not Ginger Rhino.
Red Rhino. All
Yeah,
right.
he's coming in now.
First time I've talked to him. I still owe him an email. I got just...
It is.
There he is.
Look at this fucking guy. I feel like Major League when Wild Thing walks in. He's like, look at this fucking guy. All right, Red Rhino. Is that what we're?
Yeah, that's what we're going with.
All right. So you go viral in the San Francisco Giants home run. You're banging your chest. I see it. It's going viral. And somebody's like, you have to hire the guy. And I'm like, you know what? I think I am going to try to hire him. No idea how old you are. Nothing. I kind of thought you were going to be late college, young professional. I reach out. He's 17, Eddie.
I was stunned.
So you're in high school.
Yeah, I'm in high school.
So what are you
going in my last year?
Okay, last year of high school. Play football based on the Avi.
Well, I'm not playing football this year. I'm just focusing on rugby now.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
And born and raised in San Francisco?
yeah, born and raised Sunset.
So all San Francisco teams?
Yeah, just love everything San Francisco. That's about it.
So this guy, Eddie, when I did, I'm like, I'll hire you, no questions asked. And then he's like, I'm 17 years old. What's going on over there, Red Rhino?
Oh, right now? Well, I'm at like this kind of community service thing right now. So I'm working at like a day camp for people with special needs.
Look at this
And
guy,
so-
Eddie. He's an angel. He's a fucking angel, Eddie.
I mean, I just do what I can do. Just help out and stuff.
How familiar were you with Barstool before Dave hit you up?
Well, I was kind of familiar like a lot because I used to watch it a ton, but I kind of took a break because I kind of was like, I'm getting really, really addicted and kind of stuff. But I started watching it like recently, and it's like I just love it. It's just I love the entire vibe of the office, how laid back it is. Like Dave isn't on anyone's ass all the time. He just lets them do what they want to do. Gives them a space where they can create stuff. So it's really fucking dope how like it works out there.
Do you have any
I just really wanna
ideas?
be a part of it.
Do you have any ideas of what you're going to do? I know like San Francisco correspondent, which is great. The Giants are good, so we can get like game recaps and shit like that. And the Niners are pretty good. Do you have any thoughts? Do you think?
I mean, I just want to do my thing at the games where I just get everyone pumped up. I just get the team pumped up. I just want to be loud. Just get my name out there.
How many games do you go to?
Well, I mean, this year I haven't really been able to go to a lot of games, like due to COVID and stuff, and just like how much the tickets were. But I try to go as many as I can in the year. But
Who do you go
just try and
with?
find time. What?
Who do you go with?
Usually I just go with my friends. Sometimes I'd go with my mom when we just have an outing together. But I just take my day ones with me. My boy Gavin Haskell hooked me up with the Giants tickets, so that was dope. Just a lot of good friends. You just go there, have a good time, just fucking go crazy, man.
Where do you sit usually? Bleachers? That looked like you were in the bleachers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I go with my mom, we usually sit like kind of right next to third base. But when I go with my friends, I got to go in the bleachers, man. I just love it up there.
All right.
I like that he said day ones. It's we had a
great
guy
term.
earlier who has a mullet, and people were calling him a scumbag, and a little different mullet guy here. Huh,
Oh,
Dave?
Dana would be in big trouble if he was of age. What was I just gonna? There was something I was just gonna. Oh, what was the reaction that you got once like this kind of went viral?
Oh, I mean, everyone was hitting up. Everyone, like people I haven't talked to in a couple of years, people at school that I don't really talk to. Everyone was just hitting me up, and it was kind of cool. My phone blew up. I got like 6,000 followers on Twitter in like a day, which was crazy. My phone was going off every 2 seconds. And even at the game, people were still going crazy. As I was walking out, people were chanting, "There's the mullet guy, there's the mullet guy," giving me high fives. Took a picture with a couple people. It was pretty fucking fun.
I wonder how much bleacher tickets in San Francisco go for. How much do they sell for? I know they're really good, so they're probably.
Well, when we got our ticket, we got like 2 weeks before the game, so they were like $45.
Oh, I mean, this kid's was sending. Do you have the schedule availability just to go to every single game the rest of the season?
Well, I don't know about going to every single game the rest of the season, but I do know I'm going the weekend of July 23rd, all 3 games. So that's when we're playing the Pirates. So
Why not? Why can't you go to the other? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, I just got like a ton of stuff going on. And it's this.
Like what?
Well, I mean, I have community service for school. I gotta do some work. I have to like some vacations planned. But
where are you going?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to go up to Bear Valley with my friends.
Yep.
So we just have a good time up there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
Where are you going to college?
I don't know yet. I haven't really like thought about it. But I think St. Mary's. It's close by. My brother went there. My dad went there. So
all right.
They got a really good rugby team, like second in the nation.
Well, my original thought, we'll have to work on your schedules. We just buy you tickets to the Giants game, get you some sort of gear, bring your day ones, and you just go like the rest of the season, but we'll have to figure that out.
Well, I mean, I'm down for it. I mean, I can cancel stuff. I mean, I'm totally just in the Barstool. I mean, I'm down to do whatever.
All right.
Like, whatever you guys need, I'll do it.
That's what I'm talking about. See, Eddie, that's the go-get spirit that we need. The red Rhino. But that's not what you got to change. That's going to become your Twitter handle, no? Oh, he did. Okay. I owe you an email. I'm going to get it to you, but I like this idea of you just starting to go to every single Giants game. We'll get like some sort of Barstool Giants red Rhino gear.
Do we have a mullet clause though, Dave? Like he can't cut the mullet, right?
Oh, of course, I
deal?
didn't even. I think that goes without saying.
I'm never touching this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get touched up a little bit, but I'm never cutting it off.
Yeah, I think, and maybe that's the shirt, like the outline on the front, like a mullet shirt. Red Rhino on the back, red Rhino mullet. I think we're putting something together here.
Yeah, I'm totally down for it.
Okay.
You know what's kind of depressing, Dave, is I just realized he's a diehard Giants fan, 17 years old. He's like, you don't remember Barry Bonds at all, right? I mean, no.
Not really. I mean, I've heard my grandma talk about him. All I know is like he took steroids and stuff. That's about it.
Oh. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Red Rhino. I'll get in touch soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Most definitely.
There we go. I like this guy, Eddie.
Yeah, you like him, and then you have this conversation, and then 3 weeks, like,
No,
what's going on with Red
we're gonna
Rhino?
look in. That's simple start. Send him to every single game. Get merch. Boom.
What's going on with the Red Rhino? I just got this 17-year-old out in San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll get the shirts. He'll wear the shirts. Red Rhino. It's very easy to make like an orange, white shirt. That orange hair. Boom.
I mean, that guy could become like the rally monkey. Exactly. He could be like the guy.
Exactly.
I like this. And I liked him. Day ones, I appreciate that out of him.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll cancel my trips. I think he thought he had to pay for his own tickets in the beginning. He's like, I can't afford that. I think what was going on in his head. It's like, we got you $30 a ticket, $60 a game. This is content magic.
I like it. I couldn't believe he was 17, though.
Me neither. When he said that, it's like, oh, fuck.
He goes, I said no questions asked, but now I got some questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do HELIX sleep here, and then we'll do some more, and then we'll get out of here.
All right, HELIX sleep. Perhaps your sleeping habits have changed. You're looking to get a better sleep. Are you sleeping with somebody else? Are you just not sleeping as well as you used to? Whatever the case may be, HELIX sleep will take your sleeping to the moon. They have a quiz that just takes 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. With HELIX, you're getting a mattress that you know will be perfect for the way you sleep. HELIX is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders, 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/Dave. That's helixsleep.com/Dave for up to $200 off and 2 free pillows.
They sent me one. I know that you got some in the Hamptons house, right? They're awesome.
Yep.
Very comfortable.
Yep.
Very comfortable. Go get a HELIX. It's a killer deal. $200 off. Code Dave. I love my HELIX mattress. All right, then all the guests. Let's kind of get into some weekly stuff here. So how was kind of the week off? I mean, you were doing some Davey Day Trader and shit, but did you get to relax at all, or what was the deal?
Yeah, somewhat. I was here. What was I here for?
You had a meeting.
Oh yeah, I had an all-day meeting that I can't really say what that was, but I was here all day Tuesday, so I was in the city for that. Dealing with, and I hate even bringing it up, but that Business Insider article that I know is going to be very negative. I randomly, I'm friends with like the chain smokers, like the two guys, like pretty friendly, but their manager, business associate, I've never met him ever. Out of the blue, sent me a text he got. He's like, just heads up. It was looked like an editor at Business Insider. It's like, hey, I'm editing a story on Dave Portnoy. Random question. Do you know any girls he's hooked up with? It's like, what? This thing is, they got that one crazy person who I know is going to lie and say ridiculous shit. Who knows when they've been working on this, I feel like a year. It's crazy. So that was a little put my mind in who knows when that's going to drop. But they must still be trying to find girls to just sling shit about me. So that sucks.
She's probably reached out to over 500 people.
It's crazy. Wow. Still, I mean, I guess journalists, anything, but just to ask people, random people I don't even know. Like, I don't know this guy. I've never met him. To reach out, be like, hey, random question. Do you know any girls Dave Portnoy hooked up with? What?
It's a weird move. Is he like drumming up some fucking like shit to get them?
I think it's going to be very bad. I think it's going to try to paint me as a like predator who preys it. And again, usually I don't fucking care. The thing that worries me is I know there's one person out there who I've caught blatantly lying and making up fake accounts and fake fucking shit who I know they've talked to. So
this was like the double agent girl, right?
Yes. Yep.
She's DMing, oh, haha, they reach out to me, and then she's going around, she's DMing other girls bad shit, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
and like Kareem's helps me with shit is also very aware, like it's not great.
Well,
so that, I mean, what else was going on? Oh, I was at the Surf Lodge in the Hamptons. You want to talk about a conversation that my jaw dropped? I should have gotten a picture, but to watch a conversation 2 feet away from you, Bon Jovi and Chrissy Brinkley. And Pitbull was there too.
Mr. Worldwide?
Yep. And Bon Jovi came right up to me and was like, I had a 15-minute conversation with him because I did a pizza review. He's so nice. He's fucking Bon Jovi.
Yeah, his kid's a big fan, right?
Yep, his kids. And I introduced him to Silvana as like, and we both kind of did the intro at the same time. I'm like, this is Bon Jovi. And he's like, I'm John. I'm like, ooh, do you not like being, should I have said John?
Yeah. And what did he respond or
he
no?
didn't, yeah, he's just super nice. He's just a nice guy.
Care.
So yeah, it was that. It was, that was pretty much the week.
I saw it. It didn't seem like your scene though. It seemed a little crowded and it was a little hot in there. Was it? You like that place?
At where?
At the bar you went to.
I don't know which one that.
That wouldn't have been Surf Lodge. That was probably like Rushmeyer's or the.
Yeah, Rushmeyer's is big, but no, Rushmeyer's is great setup. No, I mean anywhere you go, it doesn't matter if it's Nantucket or Hamptons. Places are busy at night, no doubt.
Did you see Alex Cooper? I saw she got an article thrown about her.
No, I didn't. We didn't make it out that night. We were going to meet up with her. She got the boot from the same place we're at, Rushmeyer's.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was texting with her a little bit.
What about, how was the white party, Michael Rubin? Did you go?
Didn't make
you were
it.
Going to that. What happened?
Missed it. We had, Silvana and I had a little do right before we were getting ready to go, and we were just like, fuck it. We didn't go. It sucks. It looked like a great party.
Why? What was the do about? She wanted you to get it on the forearm, and you got it on the finger.
It was just it was a private do.
Oh, okay, all right. Are you jealous you didn't go? It looks like there were some heavy
I wouldn't
hitters
say
there.
jealous. Little Huddy was there, who I've been trying to track down for BFF podcasts, and I know if I can I'm like a college coach. Get me in the room, and I can get my way most of the time, so that sucked. I mean, the party looked like the greatest party of all time. Jay-Z was there. I think Cardi B was, like, performing. James Harden was tickling, like, who was he tickling?
Little Baby.
Little Baby. All the TikTok crowd, which is my world too. The DeMellos were there. It was a star-studded event, to say the least.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft was there. Bon Jovi was there.
Yeah, damn, that sucks. Did you hear from anybody there or no? Was Ruben mad you didn't go?
No. I texted him. I'm like, sorry I didn't make it. Something came up.
Gotcha. What about the wedding besides the whole Dana fiasco? Any notable things happen there?
No, not really. It was a great wedding. Very happy for Marina. Beautiful location. And outside Dana being a scumbag, we have a pretty good crew. Like, it was a crew of people that I like, and I almost like everybody here now at this point, but, it was a good group of Barstool people there. Our table is good. It was like me, Silvana, Frankie, his girlfriend, Tommy, Za, Trent.
What about you squeezing through tables, just whacking people with your dick hanging out like that?
Eddie, I stand by my clothing. Everyone knows I went to Italy 6 years ago. I used to be super loose on the clothing. Everybody in Italy, you whack them with your dick. That's just how it works. In Italy, dicks are out, pants are tight. That's a 32 from Theory. And yeah, the bulge was out. I think it looked worse in pictures than real life, but it gets the people going. I have the same 2 pairs of pants. Like I made a response video when I wore the other ones. I don't know. It gets the fucking people going.
Did you talk to McShay?
No, about the old school, his balls are everywhere.
Yeah.
My balls were everywhere.
They were everywhere, Dave.
I stand by the look. People don't like it. I wear tight pants, tight clothes. It makes me look bad. It's far better than loose. Far better.
I heard from a source that people are covering the kids' eyes when you were walking by.
That's inaccurate. There were no comments made in person. It was all after the pictures came out.
Well, you know who did comment on this earlier in the week is Mike Portnoy Esquire. He had a problem with it. He said skinny jeans are out. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, my dad, the least fashionable human who ever lived, period. The worst dresser who ever lived, period.
He was. I talked to him on the phone. I was going to go out there and do some with him, and he said his couches, his chairs that you shit on, that you said they're Walmart couches, they're $5,000 a piece. He said it takes him a minute and a half to go to bed on those.
Yeah, he's old and falls asleep quickly. He always does.
That's what I found funny. He's like, I go to sleep on those in a minute and a half. I was like, well, it's probably not too dissimilar to any other couch, right?
Yeah, no, he's a fast sleeper. He falls asleep at the drop of a hat. But yeah, the pants. I don't know. It is how John Hamm takes a picture. It looks like he has a big bulge. Crowd loves. Oh, John Hamm, big dick. Look at this guy. People throwing flowers at him. I do it, and it's fucking. Look at this trash. Look at this pedophile. Come on. It's like let's treat people equally.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't like that, right?
I didn't say I like it either, but they're complimentary of it. It's like girls gushing and guys being like, "Oh, Ham's got a hammer." I do. It's like, look at this fucking loser. Like wear looser pants. No one tells Ham to wear looser pants.
All right, so the pants.
Treat me like you treat John Hamm.
Yeah, what about when you're getting in like the Bronco? Is there any split action?
Those pants are like spandex material. They're like they stretch. They're not that tight.
Oh, really? So you don't feel that tight?
No.
So it's not like a fucking relief when you get home and you take those things off?
No.
Really?
They come off easy. They're not that tight.
I wouldn't have expected that. That seems like, baseball pants. You did stop in though to do that stream. I saw a couple people you talking about Playboy Marty, the Suns. Did you see the video? Cried a little bit after they went up 2-0.
I saw him with his dad. It was cute, but I mean, the content that like Trist is making is cringeworthy. If we're being honest, like there's nothing to it. I didn't know she was a Suns fan, and I don't even know if they're on there. It's so stupid for me to say. They may be there on their own dime.
Who knows? But someone knows, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Marty was going anyway.
Yeah.
He paid for himself.
Yeah, so Marty paid for himself on vacation week.
Okay. So do you feel bad then that he took the picture of the bar? Or no,
No.
No,
if you're that big of a Suns fan, make a lot of content around it. It's not our fault it's playing on the 4th of July week.
Yeah. But himself with content or Trista? Because I guess he's a producer.
He can, anybody. Anything.
Yeah. What is it that you don't like
obviously, because she's gone. But and I don't know what to make around it. I don't know what I would do, but for starters, I know there's a lot of fucking funny, like teenage, cool kid looking fans in Phoenix. You could probably put a pretty good video together, like interviewing that group,
Mm-hmm.
Like, how about the guy who did this? Like, find him, interview. Like, there's a lot of things you could do if you put a lot of thought or into it.
Yeah. Barstool athletes. This was a big thing over the break. We are in the NIL business.
I don't know what business we're in. It started very Barstool organically. Alidade, I believe her name is, Jacksonville State, reached out. Huge Barstool fan. Let me be the first athlete. She was a Jacksonville State volleyball player. It's like, what does that mean? I love it. What does it mean? It's like, I get a t-shirt and I'll promote the brand. Bing, bang, boom. We're off and running. 140,000 people, 50,000 applicants. Kareem and Austin have been working their ass off to go through it and how we deal with it. Chipotle, I tried to get free Chipotle for the athletes. They passed. I just found that out. So we're figuring it out as we go. The thought, there's strength in numbers. I do think it's great to have all these Division I athletes repping our brand, getting the brand across the country. It's costing us a lot to send all this merch. I was like, yeah, everyone gets a hoodie, t-shirt, sweatpants. That's probably what, $15-20 worth of cost, maybe more with shipping, times 150,000. Suddenly we're on the hook for a lot of money. And I told Eric, I'm like, let's think about it. But she's supportive. It's like, we'll figure out how to make it work later. Let's just get everyone in the program.
All right. So right now, though, the program is these people just have a couple pieces of clothing.
Yeah, and we may try to – I'm working on shirts for a couple of athletes that have decent followings. It's interesting with the NIL. I think what I've learned is the fight between, like, college athletes – used to be like, oh, the NCAA sucks and the NCAA doesn't let us make money. I think this fight is going to change between the athletes in their own schools. So, like, each athletic department or school is treating the NIL different according to however they want to treat it. So let's take a school like Texas. They seem to be far stricter on what the athletes can use for merch versus an LSU, which seems to be taking the approach, we want our students to go make as much as they can possibly make. And if you want to use some images or logos that we own, we'll be supportive of that. So if I'm a student and a Division I athlete deciding where to go to school, that would play a factor in where I decide to go. What administration is going to be more lenient or helpful to me to monetize myself versus another? So it's an interesting debate.
But we're not going to be paying them?
No, we'll never pay them, and I'm not making them sign anything. Now, could we act as a conduit and take a slight fee, for example? Like if a big advertiser knows we have this wealth of athletes and they're looking for a certain type of athlete, they may come to us and we can search our database and take, a 3% or 10% cut and then just connect them.
Okay. I could see
that. But who knows?
Then.
Or we may have a subsection of bigger athletes that we know we can market, and we're working with deals with advertisers where we're not just connecting them, but the ads will run on Barstool. Then we would take a bigger cut of that, maybe a 50-50.
So for everyone asking, what the hell are they going to do with them? There's your answer. We don't completely know, but we're figuring it out.
We don't completely know. It's organic, like everything we do. We act fast and figure out later.
All right, there you go. How about the $1 Million Man? He wants a piece of the action.
Yeah, that was funny. I love that. Some of the great vignettes in the WWE of all time. Him when the kid's dribbling the basketball and he knocks it away at 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
He has done the same. Very funny.
Unreal entrance music too.
Yep.
Robin Hood had to pay $70 million for harming millions of customers.
That's a drop in the hat. They're doing this. They're basically doing the IPO. It's a drop in the hat.
Charles Payne, what's up with you and him? He kind of took it a little more serious than he thought?
Charles Payne sucks, and I used to like the guy. That's why I went on a show. I was doing him a favor in my mind. You're going to ask our PR people. They'd be like, Charles is asking. It's like, I have no interest in doing Charles. Charles has 6 people watching him. But he's always been nice, so I always would put him at the top of the list. I had no reason to think it wasn't going to be a nice interview, but he went after me on the AMC stuff, and his facts and everything he says is so out of whack and inaccurate. I started the meme stock thing. I got in late in that. And yeah, I sold because they changed the rules, but I didn't make up the word. He says I made up the word stonks and shit. It's like, what are you talking about? You're getting now AMC people who I root for make money. They call themselves the Apes. They're so strong on social media and Twitter. And it doesn't matter whose side, as long as you say you're pro AMC, they're pro you. He has turned super pro AMC. He's probably got money in it or something. I don't know. But he gets positive reinforcement. So he came at me for selling, not holding diamond hands. It was all like joking around basically and playing the internet. I got smoked by it. I lost 700 grand. I raised hell. I had Vlad. I for all I know, some of my problems in my life are because big hedge fund people now hate me and like come after me. Who fucking knows? But I was in the front lines. Anyways, this interview, he's like, you have to apologize for selling. Like, going back in time, I'm like, what are you talking about? It was out of left field. Whatever. We went back and forth. He called me a little bitch. I loved the whole interview, Eddie. I loved it. Like, I was not mad at all at that point. I stood by everything I said in the interview, but I wasn't mad even a little bit. It was great TV. And we had a little exchange after. He's like, come back on the show. And I never said anything. But in our PR people, I told them after they did this not to do this. They sent me an article where he was in it. And I'm reading it. It's fine. He said, I've never heard Dave Portnoy call a white person a moron, insinuating this was somehow racial. And that's pissed me off. That made me mad. And I sent it to him, and he called me an idiot again. And he's like, do you even know how to read? And then I quote tweeted the exact quote. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I read this correctly. And he just never responded. So that's crossing a line to me that you don't cross there. Like, what? You've never heard me call what? I call everybody equally. Everyone who actually knows me knows that's a fact. But to say that out of left field, to make it a race issue? Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want the PR people to send you articles?
Because I just get mad. I'd rather just not talk about it. If I don't know about it, I can't get mad about it.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, and he's a nothing. Charles Payne, he's huge with the apes, and they are a big community. And again, I root for him. Other than that, he's a non-existent person. He's not a real person. So I don't care what he says, but it doesn't matter if you're not real or real. I get mad if people say shit like that.
So a friendly fight turned into like a real thing here. You're out in the sky.
Totally out. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you be mad if...
Yeah. I mean, because there was we talked about it 2 weeks ago. This was before that show, and you were all about it. Like I said,
yes.
You were like a kid who was like, oh, fight's on. Called me a little bitch. Great. This is awesome. Didn't know I could do this here, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, you say that.
I've never heard him call a white person a moron.
Yeah, it's not good.
And, I mean, that's just people who cherry pick anything I do and look for anything that I do because it's, you know, that's the world we live in. But if you literally did 0.0001 research, you're going to find out that I am an equal opportunity hater.
I mean, I think you tweeted last week, the people who work for me are morons, which is...
Yeah, I mean, I was screaming Hitler at Roger Goodell.
What's up with this Golden Auctions thing? Is they partner with Barstool?
I have no idea.
No.
I think they're just an ad partner, but I have no idea.
They're like a churning thing, right?
They may be an ad partner. I may be speaking out of turn. I have nothing to do with it. Don't know anything about it.
Gotcha. I just saw Rovell tweet something about it, an article or something. That's all I got. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Well, so there's big news coming out at the end of July. You said that?
Huge.
In regards to what? Can you give us a little crumb?
No.
Not even a mini, like a crumb of a crumb? Oh, okay. Was that a cadence? Was that a...
That's all you're getting. You asked for a crumb, you got one.
All right. All right, Dave. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. That's it for today. We'll be back next week. We'll see you then.
All right.
See you then.